Hey guys, I apologize in advance for any funky shadows or lighting quality in this video. I don't really film out here much where I am, but I wanted a kind of white antiseptic background to show you these figures I had purchased. They're making the rounds on the various 3.75 action figure forums on Facebook. They're from China. They are called 3 Minute Project, and they're sort of a cyborg kit. So I ordered three of them. They're really good price on AliExpress, and the package arrived yesterday. So I opened it today, and there's three of them in there, and they're model kits. So I got a couple different colors. I got them without the boxes. That was part of the deal. The color's probably not showing up well, but this looks to be a deep navy, metallic blue, midnight kind of blue and black combination. This one looks all matte black. And here's the loose instructions that came with it, so you can see what the finished project is intended to look like. 3 minute project. So let's see if I can get one of these done in 3 minutes in front of camera. Let's start right here. Oh, I got it done already. Check that out. That was much less than 3 minutes. So all kidding aside, the reality is, for this old guy putting these together, it was more like 45 minutes. Plus I had a couple of work-related texts to contend with. So these are highly articulated figures. Some people may consider them to be 1/18 scale. We'll put a ruler to them shortly to measure them. I think they're coming up a little short, but since they're cyborgs, I think that's fine. So you put them together. They have all these articulation points, and they come with this stand, which you can do all the dynamic sort of superhero posing on. Everything's pretty stiff, and obviously, as you can see, things are falling apart as I'm trying to show it off. And what I'm discovering is these shoulder joints are a pain in the ass. They want to pop out very easily. Everything else, though, seems pretty decent. So let's get them sort of straightened out, and we'll go over them in a little greater detail. So I find the problem with some action figures like this that are overly articulated is precisely that. They're overly articulated. So you're really wasting a lot of time straightening up joints. See that? This shoulder joint is really weird, and it loves to pop out. I think this poor engineering. Nice for the sake of unique cyborg articulation, but no good. I mean, it's just not staying. So, okay, there's a pretty relaxed pose for him, or it. All right, here we go. So, zooming in a little bit, this is the red and blue combination. I snapped everything together. There's no adhesive required, and it's a spindly sort of cyborg character. Comes with a selection of weapons. So right off the bat, let's cover the main difficulty I had, which only took a few seconds to realize what the problem was. This instruction sheet that comes with the kits. There's only one instruction for the sheet for the three kits I ordered. When you're working on this part here, these are the arms, the left and right arms, and these are closed fists, which I didn't realize that's what they were. I was looking for them. I couldn't figure it out because this is mislabeled A6 and A6. They're opposite fists, they're left and right. So theoretically, they would have been A6 and A7, but they're not even on the A sprue. They're on the B sprue with all the hands. Once I figured out it was hands, it was no problem. But I didn't use common sense, and I'm looking for part numbers, trying to figure out what this is, and I just moved on after a few minutes. And then once I realized these were the arms and these were the legs, then it was easy to figure out that those were hands. But yep, definitely mislabeled right here. That's pretty common with these Chinese model kits and stuff like that. Assuming this is China, I don't know. Could be Taiwan. So let's see. These very much remind me of. Do you guys remember these? Let's pull this guy forward. These are, I think these were Gashapon toys. I believe they might be Epoch Deori. I don't know how you'd pronounce it, but they're sort of skeleton cyborgs, and you put them together. So I think these are really cool. Check out that skull, cyborg skull, torso and chest plate, and the head sculpt on this guy is really cool. So these are kind of like soft vinyl with hard joints that you would assemble. But the whole assembly method very much reminds me of these 3-minute projects. Now, let me try and get this guy stood up next to the other guy. You can see how slight in comparison the 3-minute project guy is. The cyborg skeleton is much larger. So shortly after these cyborg guys came out, they released these sort of cyborg guys, which to me is almost the exact same thing as the 3-minute project. However, let's back them up a little bit. These sort of blank cyborgs are taller and a little more robust in stature than the 3-minute project. So let's see. Everything's proving hard to pose today. Of course, as I'm filming, it's got to be a problem. Okay, there you go. So, you could see how vastly different in size the heights and the girth of the figures is to each other. But they're cool. I think these were about $6 each, so I bought 3 of them. Here's for comparison. I pulled out similar sort of cyborgy themed guys here. This is a Fortnite character. I don't remember what its name is, and it's probably human, but in my world, I'm making these as sort of cyborg security guards. And Fortnite had all these weird accessories at one time. Like this is a backpack, so I thought it was a nice match for this guy. But that sort of blank mask face, that armored mask face. I wanted to keep things, for comparison's sake, similar here in this this impromptu review that I'm doing for you. So the Fortnite figure is about 3.75 inches tall, and the 3-minute project comes in slightly shy. Now, have you guys ever built any of these? What do they call these things again? These are called Cayman Rider figures. Once again, very similar in methodology and how you assemble these. So this one is called, it's right here on the thing, the Rushing Cheetah. I don't get a lot of these things, but I thought they were kind of unique, and I felt they needed to be represented in my greater collection. So there's the two side by side. And if this is a full-size full-size woman in armor, then you could feasibly accept that this is a AI-powered robot next to her. All the technology feasibly would be slightly slightly slimmed down as opposed to a human being. So the other Kamen Rider type of figure I have, and do not ask me what this guy is, I have no idea, is this one. And I don't know a lot about these things. This really isn't my jam, although I do think aesthetically they're kind of fun. So this I would assume is a male character next to a female. He's much larger in stature than the rushing cheetah. And now, if we take her out of the equation and we use the 3-minute project cyborg, you will see how much larger this Kamen Rider figure is. Now, he's pretty big. I mean, I don't know if that's intentional or it's, that's how big the actor is. But here's a 3.75-inch figure, and he's even towering over that guy. So I think, yes, I do think these are 1/18 scale compatible. They're slight 1/18 scale, but assuming that this is technology driven and this is biology driven, yeah, you could feasibly understand why these cyborgs would be more diminutive in size. So let's see, what else is there? Let's measure them up for precision. So the Fortnite figure is precisely, he's actually pretty tall. He's precisely 4 inches tall. The 3-minute project cyborg is, he's coming in at 3 7/8 tall. So yeah, I guess pretty big. The Epoch Deori cyborg is 4 inches tall. And let's see, the Russian cheetah is also pretty tall. She's 4 1/4, and then the other guy is he's almost 4 1/2. So yeah, I guess pretty tall. Let's see, do I have anything typical 3.75? Because Fortnite is always a little big. So if we take Fortnite out of the equation, let's see what I got right here within reach. Okay, so I got a Knights of the Slice figure, and here he is. So that's pretty nicely comparable. And here's Final Faction. This was that dollar store line that everybody was going crazy for a while, and I actually like her. I think she needs some work with the paint apps department, but her sculpt is pretty nice. Her booty is pretty accurate, and she's got good anatomy here for a human sculpt. So now she looks really spot on with this figure. So there you go. Of course, no two people are the exact, well, I shouldn't say that, but there's plenty of variation in human sizing. So I think all these characters could feasibly work well together. And these are, if you pick these up and they're what I paid for them, a few dollars each, then they are totally worth it. Do not pay much for these. They're, I wouldn't pay more than $8 personally for one of them. But they come with several different replaceable hand sculpts. I always like this hand sculpt here, that sort of open grasping thing. There's a closed fist, and then there's a fist with a hole in it to hold the weapons. There's a few various weapons. There's this rifle, and a couple other things that I haven't taken off the sprue that just weren't too interesting to me. Some sort of funky pistol, abstract looking pistol, and some sort of blade weapon, which I didn't think was very exciting. But they apparently all store on this base, and the other poses of the hands can be assembled and clicked into the bottom of the base. And then you can mount the character with this back peg to this articulated arm here. And if you, everything's very stiff, but if you want to just pose him standing and not knock him over, you can do that. Or if you want him leaping in the air, of course, that's what the stand is all about. And maybe you can Photoshop it out in your photography and stuff like that. But you know, and with the range of motion, if you can keep the damn joints from falling out of their sockets, the range of motion is pretty spectacular. So, you know, everything's on a ball joint, and the hips and shoulders have multiple swivel points, so you could do all sorts of things with them. So there you go. Very, very fun, and certainly a good basis for customization. Like I could see painting one of these guys up with a very weathered, sort of rusted, exposed to the environment treatment, and then maybe even outfitting him with some gear and pouches and holsters and things like that, like from Marauder or something, and then you know, turning him into some sort of psychotic android bounty hunter or something like that. A lot of potential, but you know, keep them on the cheap. Now, I typically am hesitant to order from AliExpress. I'm always paranoid that my package will never arrive. I've had, in reality, I haven't ordered a hell of a lot from them. Maybe this might be my 4th order I've ever placed from AliExpress. I've never had a problem. In fact, after receiving these, I just placed an order for a couple of Planet Green Valley female astronaut figures today, and I feel confident with them. So that's that. And let me know if you got any questions about them. I probably won't assemble the other two anytime soon. I'll just probably do it in the evenings as I have time. And now he's another cyborg to go into the cyberpunk city. All right, folks, happy Friday. Take care. Hope you're all well. Bye now.